Virat, it's just great to see two of you together. The chemistry that you've enjoyed over the years. In fact, even before you made your India debut, AB was already a star. Tell me about the learning of having someone like him in the dressing room, watching him do his 360-degree business that he does so closely.
I have a couple of incidents that I can remember. Firstly was, I think it was the tour of South Africa in 2010-11 when we understood that AB is going to play for RCB. The auction had happened, and I remember meeting him in Johannesburg. I didn't meet him formally before that, but then as teammates I met him at Johannesburg saying, I'm very excited to play with you. So that was the first interaction of that partnership coming together. And then about the 360 play, I remember in 2013 once we were having a net session, and we wanted our best batsman to be fit. So AB being AB tries to reverse sweep Ravi Rampal, who was playing for RCB then with the new ball. I think of the second or the third ball in the nets, and he top edged it and it got stuck in his helmet grill. So I walked into the net, I said, please, we only got 3 or 4 batters, please don't do this, you can do anything you want in the game. So yeah, that was one incident I remember, but it's actually been a blessing, I would say, to know him so well over the years and to have such a good friend in him, and also a cricketer that you can learn off every day, and as a person as well. So I'm really privileged to be playing with him.
Maybe also you've seen Virat evolve over the years. I mean, tell us about it. I mean, not just as a player, as an athlete perhaps, of how he's worked on his fitness in this transformation, and also his evolution as a captain.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. He deserves everything that's coming his way, I've seen him work really hard at this game. From many years ago to when Mark Boucher told me that there's a special talent coming through to what I'm seeing now, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. He's always been the kind of guy with that grit between the teeth. Very passionate, very driven, and I've watched him do his business now for years, and no doubt in my mind he's the best player in the world at the moment, and will be for quite a few years to come. So I'm very proud of the way he's gone about his business and the way he's evolved in his own game, and turned into the best player in the world.
Virat, I remember you telling us in one of your interviews that you play T20 your way, play to your strengths. Is there ever a temptation to try some unconventional shots, watching some of these players closely, or perhaps there is too much of a risk given the value of your wicket for you and the side?
I've seen this debate a lot, that other players try too many things, and I played the way that I can play all formats, but that is the way I know how to play it. I don't know how to play the innovative shots, so it's actually my inability to play those shots that I have to stick to the game that I know best. Guys like AB have tremendous ability to play all kinds of shots, which I don't. So I've only molded my game according to that, and people choose to say this is more safe, and flamboyant shots sometimes don't work, but I'm not that skilled to be able to try those shots, honestly, because I've never practiced those shots and I've never worked on them. And that tells you the talent that he has to be able to reverse sweep bowlers fast bowlers for 6 is something that I never saw in my life. And I saw him actually innovating and bringing those shots about, which takes the game forward in many ways. But I stick to what I know best, and that is to play to my strengths, which is playing conventional cricket shots.
Can I explain it to you, the philosophy?
Sorry?
Can I explain it to you?
Sure.
He's saying he's not so skilled, but players who play all the shots, the 360 shots, are not skilled to consistently hit a ball for 6 in the V, for instance. So they've got to look at other areas. So that's where we're lacking again, if you know what I mean. He can consistently stick to his basics because he knows 9 out of 10 times he's going to clear the boundary anyway in his game plan. I've got to figure out a way to get to a 9 out of 10 times conversion rate. So if you see players do this and that means they're not as consistently good as someone like he is, for instance. So he doesn't have to go to those kind of shots. So there's the debate closed.